Oh yeah, and pussy. Oh my god! Let me the f out of here! Stop! Go! Move! Oh my god! What am I supposed to do? Keep it Sonny! Keep his name Sonny! Yo, what the f? Oh my god! Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where I talk about whatever I want, whenever I want. And this game is so sad! I've been really excited to talk about Omori. So, Omori is an indie game with a rough development cycle. It's created and released for Windows by Omori in late 2020. But it's had Xbox, Switch, and PlayStation releases in 2022. You can buy the game pretty much anywhere by this point, but I personally bought it on Steam for a not too bad of a price. Needless to say, no matter how much money it was, it's entirely worth it. Can't say the same for the Kickstarters though! No, but seriously though, backers have every right to be mad, and I actually feel so bad for them, bro. Listen, bro. Omori's been out for 3 years now. Everybody knows about its dog shit production cycle it went through. The bad updates, the inconsistent donor rewards, the continuously delayed releases. The game was in a terrible spot back in 2018-2019. Think about Friday Night Funkin' production team right now. It's f***ing awful. Of course, it doesn't matter, because the game's out now. Everyone got what they paid for, except for the donors. Yay! Nevertheless, the production was rough, but the game was finally released in 2020, and now we have this masterpiece of a game to enjoy. Omori follows our main character, Omori! As he has fun in a never-ending land full of never-ending characters, never-ending happiness, never-ending emotions, never-ending conflict, never-ending trauma, never-ending pain. He lives in a creepy post-dark void, Paper Mario-esque world where there's literally nothing there other than a laptop, a black light bulb, tissues, a notebook, and a cat. But there's also a door, and through that door, there's a whole new world for you and both Omori to explore to. He often visits his friends Aubrey, Cal, and Hiro in this world, as they explore the world in search of finding their friend Basil, who mysteriously went missing after picking up a weird picture. I wonder what's happening here. The game, as you can tell by its background, is indeed an RPG, so with that comes a plethora of battle mechanics, characters, and enemies for you to fight throughout the world. Which, honestly, with random enemies scattered across the world, ready to fight you at any chance you get, I've never been happier battling. It's genuinely fun to battle, even if it's just a random encounter with an enemy. And speaking of happy, the game's quote-unquote elemental system is replaced with emotions. There are 3 main emotions, that being happy, sad, and anger, which all have 2 stages to them, with the exception of Omori, who has a 3rd stage to each emotion, that all function differently. First, happy. Happy increases your luck and critical hit rate, but in turn, lowers your hit rate. Its 2nd stage being ecstatic, and 3rd stage, for Omori only, being manic, which functions the same, but with more extreme variations to the stat difference that happy offers. It's weak against sadness, but strong against anger. And I personally find it a fucking miracle that anyone in this game could be even remotely happy! Next up is sad, which has a 2nd stage of depressed and a 3rd stage of miserable. Sadness increases your defense and turns some of your damage into juice, which is pretty much like the MP stat of this game. In turn, it lowers your speed. Sadness is one of the rare emotions between the 3, but serves a strong purpose in battle, primarily for Omori. And it's strong against happiness and weak against anger. Finally, anger. Anger is by far best for Aubrey. Anger, with its 2nd stage Enrage and 3rd stage Furious, increases your attack stat! Your attack stat! And lowers your defense. It's strong against sadness, but weak against happiness. One more kinda secret emotion is fear. Fear or afraid is primarily used A, when Hero encounters a spider enemy, or more for plot relevance, or when you're facing some kind of enemies from black space. Some of your characters can actually inflict emotions on both enemies and teammates, using some of their skills to cause some
emotional damage.
But speaking of characters, I've said their name, but I don't think I've actually introduced them. So let's explain our protagonists. Before that, I forgot to explain this bar at the bottom, so let's do that now. So, this bar at the bottom, not only being eye-grabbing, has this number to the right of it, always changing. So every time you get hit by an enemy, the bar will go up 1. If the bar is at 3, you can use your follow-up attacks. Each character has 3 follow-up attacks, which involve looking at one of the other party members, except Omori, who obviously seems to be the exception for literally everything. But anyways, he can attack again, and finally, release energy, which allows all 4 characters to do a special move together if the bar reaches up to 10 energy. But with that, let's move on to the characters. Aubrey is a tomboyish young girl with a pink bow on her head and a stuffed toy in hand. Like every other character besides Omori, she has a slightly blue tint to her. She serves as one of the more morally inclined characters in the group, generally being level-headed and sympathetic through her headspace. She's the main attacker of the group, mainly being one dealing huge amounts of damage for the team. Also, she likes Omori, but it feels weird to talk about shipping 12-year-old kids, so let's just Now, Kel. He's much more bratty, I guess. He's short-tempered and kind of fucking stupid. He's also much less sympathetic and genuinely reminds me of those gross young boys who eat dirt and play with bugs. He's still really sweet though, and has a lot of energy. He wears this really colorful tank top, and he has the same blue tint as Aubrey, and is the thief of the group who can do good damage as well as having a lot of speed, but I generally use him for more supportive purposes. And finally, Hero. Unlike the other kids, Hero's actually much older, that being 15, which really isn't that old, but you know. His hair looks like he got right out of bed, and so does his clothes. This guy just does not give a fuck. He's pretty similar to Aubrey in that he's the more level-headed character in the group, as well as being the peacemaker. In battle, Hero's much more like the healer of the group. Naturally, his only problem is his speed. I find it really hard to even heal with him when he's so fucking slow! Anyways, clearly that picture traumatized Omori because he... Wait. What?
Who are you?
So, turns out white space in that whole world was a dream? Welcome to Overworld section of the game. Anytime you clear any particular area in the game, you wake up and get to explore the weird world. This time, you get to listen to mommy talk on the phone, check us out in the mirror, and you get to... so hungry. Mommy says there's food downstairs. Let me just... Oh my god! Stop! Go! Steak. Alright, you know what? Let's just go back to... the door. Let's open it and see what's going on. Let's just go to fucking bed. So, that's pretty much the formula for the game. Explore a new area, fight a mini-boss, solve whatever problem they're having, then a boss. And then something scary and plot-related happens, which leads us to wake up in the real world. In the real world, you slowly unveil the truth amongst various other plot-related things, while also conquering a new fear which allows you to enter a new section of the dream world. Rinse and repeat until the game's entering its final stages. Honestly, this is pretty ordinary, but even then, it's a fantastic formula. It helps keep both aspects of the game balanced, that being the real and fake world balanced. You wanna know another thing that's balanced? The absolute fucking banger that is this game's music. Bro, even the most random sections or areas just have the craziest themes I've ever heard, literally just for fun. The Omori playlist has 3 entire full albums dedicated to just the music of the game, and each album has 51 songs or higher in each one. And the game never runs out of beautiful or intense tracks that grab your attention without fail. Of course, everyone knows My Time, the song that helped the game blow up in the first place. Absolute banger. It's used in the game too, just at a more disturbing part. But yeah, the music has to be one of the biggest highlights of the game for me. And another notable highlight of the game is also the NPCs. When you're talking to literally any one of the characters, expect the unexpected. These characters are far from normal. Given they take place in the dream world, their attributes are naturally zany and exaggerated to fit Sunny's extremely vivid imagination. The characters are nothing but a joy to listen to, as they add an essence of charm to the game that, without them, would be severely lacking. That being said, however, I think the charm of this game really is special. It's truly a gem. I don't think I've seen anything like this game since Earthbound, which is convenient because that's actually what it's based off of. I think the game does an excellent job at balancing the silly, fun parts, and the serious, more extreme parts. And that's what makes this game so good for me personally, is that it's able to fit things that I love about horror, like psychological horror and trauma, but then also has fun, quirky characters, and an RPG system that I actually care about. I truly do think that Omori is a game that's one of a kind, and it won't be a long time until we see a game just like this. And when I do see one, I'll be the first one to review it. I can't wait to review the next game that breaks a genre like this next time. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya!